Hello, I'm back to one. My name is Beast, and today we're back with the White Album. I did started somewhat late because I was beating the shit out of Colonel and Smash, and was having fun. I think overall we ended up playing like 25 rounds, and he won like 4. Whoops. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be playing, but we'll see. I'm working at the TV station today. It feels more like I'm working for it rather than the station itself. Well, whatever. Time to get going. When I asked where to go, feeling more anxious than usual, I'm told to head directly to her green room. Slightly surprised by the speed with which she set everything up for me, and even more at the amount of power she holds here at the station. She's really something. Knock knock. I'm used to hanging out in green rooms, and yet I still find myself absurdly nervous.
どうやくん、ご苦労様。ごめんなさい。私の都合だけでわざわざ来てもらっちゃって。
I don't mind at all. What in the world do I do to make it in? I think she could count on me like this.
座って。どうやくんは今日一日、私のマネージャー代わりってことで、私のそばで待機していてもらうわ。退屈かもしれないけれどね。
She says before giggling in her usually charming way. Speaking of which, that sickly-looking regular manager of hers is nowhere to be found. Where's the usual guy?
彼どうやくんを専属マネージャーにしたいから、クビにしちゃった。
Wait, that seems awfully extreme. I don't know how I feel about someone's entire life being ruined thanks to me. She comes off as a real diva. But then I know you have no interest in working in the entertainment industry, right?
嘘嘘。どうやくんすぐ本気にするから面白くて。
You're pulling my leg there.
当たり前じゃない。勝手に私がどうやくんを取っちゃったら、ユキに本気で泣かれちゃうわよ。
I think so. I preferred you got angry or something. Well, that's relief. You know, it goes without saying, but I prefer that guy could keep his job.
ほんと、どうやくんってユキとそっくり。私のこと女王様みたいだとかって思ったでしょ。
No, of course not. But still, am I really as gullible as Yuki?
ほんとかしら。まあいいわ。結局今日のトウヤくんの役目はマネージャー代行だから、スケジュール通りにタイムキーパーしてくれたら、あとは自分でどうにかできるから。手のかからない子なのよ、私って。
Oh, sure, got it. That should be easy enough. You had me going for a minute there. I really thought that other guy got
なった
fired.
わよ。
What?
仕事のできない人間が職場から消えるのって当然でしょ。
I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but still. Oh god. This is like a picture-perfect representation of how cruel the real world can be.
あの人じゃ私の毎日のスケジュールには耐えられなかったみたい。まあもう少し経験積まないとね。大丈夫よ、トウヤくん。君は今日の夜までだから。それから新しいマネージャーが来てくれることになっているし。
Okay. How can you tell me not to worry after that? I'll do my best.
お願いします、トウヤくん。
She blesses me with an angelic smile.
ところでお話ししたいことなんだけれど。
She suddenly lowers her voice. Huh? Oh, right, the real reason why I'm here. Talk about what? I found myself lowering my own voice to match hers.
クリスマスイブにユキのコンサートがあるのは知ってる。
Yeah, I'm aware.
そのコンサートにトウヤくんも行ってほしいの。
Yeah, I'm going. Oh, did Yuki ask you to do this?
これは私からお願いするの。
Okay. Confused by it, and is asking me to attend Yuki's
ずっ
concert.
とユキについていてほしいの。
Okay, I don't think I can promise that much though. Don't know when I'll be able to see Yuki in person next, let alone beyond that, into some unknown
だったら
future.
できるだけユキについていてあげて。
Why are you telling me this?
ね、それはステージが終わった後ってテンション高くなってるし、そのくせ不安定な状態だから、ユキみたいな子には誰かがしっかりとついててあげなきゃ。
She needs some kind of emotional regulator. If that's the case, then why can't you help her? And I laugh self-deprecatingly, mocking my own powerlessness.
篠塚さんじゃダメなのよ。
Not enough? In what way? But I understand what she's trying to tell me. I simply look back at her.
分かったわ。正直に言うわ。ちゃんと言わないとフェアじゃないものね。
And then her expression turns deadly serious.
これは絶対に誰にも言っちゃダメよ。ユキにも篠塚さんにもよ。
Sure. She's incredibly intimidating when she gets this serious.
私の兄さん、ユキのこと本気で好きみたいなの。
I'm sorry, he likes her.
兄さん、尾形英二。
She snaps at me, clearly irritated, her voice louder than she probably intended. But she quickly lowers it again.
何かの機会に手を出さないなんてありえない雰囲気なんだから。
Hang on a minute. What's going on? She thinks the Eiji Ogata, Yuki's producer, is going to make a move on her? No way. That's just ridiculous.
はははじゃないわよ、東也くん。
Her grim expression only proves the point. Look, I'm not saying that Eiji isn't popular with the ladies, but I don't
モ
know.
テるとかモテないとかの問題じゃないでしょ、この場合。
Good point.
問題は24日のクリスマスコンサートにユキに何かするかもしれないってこと。
Who is?
兄さんがもう真面目に聞いてる？
I'm listening. I'm just having trouble processing this information.
だからコンサートが終わった後とかどうにかして東也くんにユキのそばにいてほしいの。
What exactly do you want me to do? Pretty powerless here. Besides, you can't know for sure what might happen. For starters, do you have any proof? Looks like she's about to say something more, but quickly changes her mind. Then,
言えるわよ。
what led you to think that way? This way?
私ね、12月23日から31日までコンサートツアーでここから離れるの。
Ah, you don't say.
北海道から九州までね。クリスマスイブを挟んで8日間の日本縦断ツアー。
Well, as expected from a top idol, she's head and shoulders above Yuki. What does this have to do with anything?
私も去年まではクリスマスはこの街でライブをやっていたのよ。なのに急にツアーに出すなんて絶対におかしいじゃない？
Isn't that just further proof that you've ranked up as an idol? Especially considering national tours are a pipe dream for most
だ
people.
ったらどうして兄さんは私の方についてこないのよ。
Don't it doubt a bit, did I not?
ごめんなさい。でもそうなのよ。近いところまで来たら顔くらいは出すとかなんとかいい加減なこと言って。ほら、私がいると邪魔だから。
I'm sure that's not true. If anything, it probably just shows that he's far more worried about Yuki's performance than yours, right? Like, hey, I don't have to worry about Rina because I know she'll be able to handle things on her own. Okay, listen up. I understand being like, oh wow, seems a bit far-fetched. But with how much is going on, this man is essentially, at this point, essentially, it's just like completely just ignoring the possibility of it. Like, it's not a problem of, oh, he's going to try something, but Yuki would say no. He's literally just like, no way anything would ever happen, so I don't need to get involved. I like literally refusing to get involved. Like, I'm not liking this protagonist. Honestly, I'm pretty fed up with the age of myself, but I force myself to laugh in order to help cover up my true emotions.
完璧なんかじゃないわよ。
Huh?
なんでもない。とにかくそういうことだから。
She looks up at me, anger burning in her eyes. I can see that, though I still think you're making a big deal out of nothing.
何頭のあったかいこと言っているのよ。ごめんなさい、聞き逃して。本当のところはなんて実際どうだっていいの。要は他からどんな風に見えるかってこと。
Other people.
一度でもマスコミに騒がれたら事実はどうあれ既成事実ってものが成立しちゃうんだから。とにかくこういうこと頼めるの東也くんしかいないから。
I know. That means I can't say no if she asks me to lend an ear. And if that wasn't the case, who could turn down a request when prefaced by you're all I've got? Well, either way, I'm still planning going to watch Yuki's performance on Christmas Eve. So fine, I'll stay with Yuki.
よかった。
And she smiles. She looks like an angel. She opens her mouth to say something else, but before she can...
Hi!
A woman who appears to work here at the station leans into the room and informs Rina that the studio is almost all set up.
わかりました。急いで準備します。 そういうことだから続きは仕事が終わってからね。
You mean your work?
トウヤくんの。
Oh, right. Our work is never done. Shooting in process. Okay, then we have to take a screenshot here in case nothing else shows up. Being able to see Vir and Olga to perform this close up is truly awe-inspiring. She stands there completely exposed under the harsh lights and unrelenting gaze of multitudes of cameras, and yet her cool smile makes it seem like she couldn't care less. I guess that's what they mean by a perfect smile. Behind that smile of hers, she's probably thinking about Eiji, Yuki, or even me. Is it possible I'm on a mind show? I don't think so. The problem was just about Yuki and Eiji's relationship, then she wouldn't have gone to the trouble of involving a third party. So must occupy at least some of her thoughts, being Yuki's boyfriend, right? And just like that, she continues working all day without a break. Though she didn't need to go anywhere else, she still had to record several segments by the time we finish it's late at
お
night.
疲れ様トウヤくん。
She barely stepped off the stage before she beelined straight to
お
me.
疲れ様でしたトウヤくん。
Nobody said so. Her aura, captured perfectly on camera, still glows around her like dying embers.
はいトウヤくん。
She holds her right hand out toward me. Huh?
はい。
Okay. Be dumbfounded to take her hand in mine and shake it up and down.
Oh.
She's looking at me like I've lost my mind. Did you not want me to shake her hand? Still gripping my hand tightly, she suddenly bursts into peals of laughter.
違うわよトウヤくん。
She's laughing so loud that everyone's staring at her. Sorry to not. I apologize without really understanding why.
ごめんなさい。こんな笑うつもりはなかったんだけれど。
For someone who didn't mean to laugh, there she goes again, and louder than before.
ごめんね。涙出ちゃった。タオルちょうだい。でもだってトウヤくん本気なんだもの。握手。
It wasn't that funny then. I hurriedly grabbed her by the shoulders, trying to calm her down. Several people are still glancing our way suspiciously.
本当にごめんなさい。もう大丈夫。はい。もう笑わないわよ。
I'll believe it when I see it. She looks like she's about to keel over.
あのね、トウヤくん。私、飲み物が欲しいの。
She points to the water bottle with a straw stuck on it on the folding chair behind me. Oh! She was asking me to hand her the water bottle. And after she said she was done laughing.
本当に今日はお疲れ様でした。あとは別の人が来てくれるから、トウヤくんはこれでおしまいよ。
Okay. The part here may be done, but Rena's still got a lot to do before she can leave.
どう？疲れた？
Well, wait, no, I'm still totally fine. I hurriedly tried to retract what I said. There's no way I can admit to being exhausted when she doesn't look tired at all.
今日は本当にトウヤくんのおかげで助かっちゃった。
I don't know about that, didn't do anything. I'm not being modest when I say it. I gave her the bare minimum support.
本当は今日一日仕事をキャンセルしなきゃダメかなって思っちゃんとやれたわね。トウヤくんがいてくれたおかげ。
Come on, no, she's just being nice. But those words and that idyllic smile of hers are almost all the payment I need.
本当よ。リラックスしてやれたもの。トウヤくんが握手してくれたおかげかな。
Not that again! All kidding aside, I have a feeling she'll remember that stupid incident every time she sees a water bottle.
でも本当にトウヤくんが私のマネージャーだったらよかったのに。
Oh God, not this again. It'd be one thing if anyone else said it, but it should be a crime for her to crack jokes like that.
本当ならお礼にトウヤくんを私のライブにも招待するんだけれど、でもダメね。
Oh, right, because I'm going to see Yuki perform. But I'm free every day aside from the 24th. I don't care how far away it might be.
ダメよ。その前後もできるだけユキから離れないでいてほしいもの。
Okay, I understand why, but I'm still kind of
トウ
disappointed.
ヤくんはユキのそばにいてあげなきゃいけないんだから。
Okay, remember the words sound oddly choked with emotion.
さあ、今日はトウヤくんはこれでおしまい。新しい人への引き継ぎとかは私がやっておくから、シャワー浴びていく？
I'm fine. Shake my head, slightly embarrassed. Guess I'll take off then. Try not to work until you drop it, enough.
無理大丈夫。私、ステージに上がるために生まれてきたみたいなものだから。
Sad thing is, I don't think she's joking.
じゃ、またね。
With that, she holds her right hand toward me. Huh? What? Look around to see if there's something else she wants me to hand her.
握手。
Oh, right. I grip her hand firm as she gives a hearty handshake for someone who seems so dainty.
トウヤくんがいつもそばにいてくれたらって思うわ。
Yeah? Hang mad, unsure what else to say. A reaction could mean so many things, but all I read in it is pure cowardice.
それじゃ。
She quietly releases my hand from her grip. See ya? Not interested in other people's potential love lives. Doesn't matter if it's Eiji we're talking about, or Yuki, or even Rina. So why do I feel so uneasy? Can I claim with total sincerity that I'm perfectly happy letting things play out without a care in the world? What about my own feelings? It's nothing more than a faint whisper of unease, and yet I get the feeling the problem itself is far more serious. This man is so fucking indecisive, it's pissing me off. Now then, where should I go today? It's a Monday. Oh, there's something going on here. Looking at goes today, head over to the cafe.
おう、どうよ。
Huh? Oh, Akira, what a surprise. Oops.
うん。出かけるの？
Uh-huh, to work?
エコーズ？
Yep.
僕も。
Right. It's not really a job that requires more than one person, because it's always so dead.
ねえ、一緒に行こう。
Sure. The nightly elbows me aside for walking ahead. I can already tell it's gonna be a long day. What's wrong, Akira? Oh! What the hell's Boz doing? For some reason, he's got a bunch of tiny espresso cups, the demi-tussed ones piled up on the bar in the shape of a pyramid. Looks super focused.
すごい。
Akira sounds as speechless as I am, though it's clear the boss is very bored.
あ、どうや。静かに閉めないと。
What? He warns me just as I slam it shut behind me. A second later, I hear the sound of breaking glass. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry? Making me do a closing shift is ridiculous. The boss is sulking in the back. Made sure to clean everything up, but the cup is only a little chipped. Don't feel like working. Don't be such a baby.
やっぱりダメ。
Nope, guess it's up to us.
仕方ないね。
Oh well.
大丈夫だよ。料理だったら僕が作るから。
Okay. Is that really a good idea? Naturally, the cafe ends up being busy for once.
なんだか楽しいね。
Yeah? It really is easy to please.
暇になっちゃったね。
Back to the way it always is.
まあね、今日は二人いてよかったね。
Yeah. We lounge around the bar, just hanging out. Then, after a while,
そろそろ閉めようか。
yep, saying goodbye to the boss, who's in the back listening to his tunes, we head out. Man, he seems to fucking nothing. Where should I go today? Anything of import happening? I mean, to be fair, there is groceries to be bought again. Groceries! Head downtown.
藤井さん、
Yes? My voice.
こんにちは。
Mana. It is feeling good, it's obvious. She's such a kid sometimes.
Nani?
Nothing. Hey, right, what should I talk to her about? You know what? Don't be mad again. Now don't get mad.
さあ
She's terrifying. I was wondering if you have a special someone in your life?
なんでいきなりそんなこと聞くのよ
Yep. She looks pissed. What should I say? Just curious. Jesus Christ, you really fucking like that for some reason. Just curious, that's all. Hope you don't take it the wrong way. Hastily at that at the end.
気になるそんなの気にしてなんて頼んでなんかないわよ藤井さんそんなどうでもいいことに頭使うんだったら他のところに使いなさいよね
Trivial? I don't consider one's love life to be trivial.
それともあれ水木愛菜の恋愛関係を調査せよとか指令受けてる
I would never. What do you take me for?
いいわよ別に誰も秘密にするなんて言ってないじゃない
What?
でも残念でしたそんなかっこいい人うちの学校にいないもんねなんていうかやっぱり藤井さんの後輩たちよねって感じ
Why are you only viewing me as an alumnus now?
何よそうじゃない
You aren't, but despite my attempt at keeping my question casual, a part of me was worried that you really didn't have a crush on anyone at your school. No, it's not really her fault, no matter how you view the situation. You could probably chalk it up to me being too nosy. Master of Romance. Reach conversation level 3 in romance with someone. So that's now Yuki's solo performance. Still a while before it starts, but I'm already feeling amped up about it. Pretty dumb, huh? Yep. My phone suddenly rings out. Almost gave me a heart attack. Yeah, that's Fuji speaking.
どうやまだ出てないんだ
It's just Akira. I scare people like that. What do you mean by that? It's my home. I'll be it if I want.
だって今日ユキのライブなんでしょ
Yeah, even Akira knows about it. Not until much later though.
知ってるトウヤのことだから今から出かけちゃってるんじゃないかって
I don't know what you're implying! Crap. Even Akira can tell how excited I am about her show.
僕もさ本当は行きたかったんだ
Oh yeah, what's stopping you?
チケット取れなかったんだ
That's all.
何のんきな声出してるんだよどうせどうやユキに直接もらったとかそういうのでしょ
Well, she did. She's really on a roll today.
どうやもユキももう少し早く言ってくれたら予約もできたんだよ何も言ってくれないんだもん
Whoops. Though to be fair, I only found out about it the other day.
あれすぐに完売だったって出遅れなかったら買えたかもしれないけど何にしても簡単には手に入らないんだって
Seriously?
ユキのこと全然
Wait, I was zoned out for a second. Not this one didn't fucking finish.
ユキのこと全然無関心なんだから
Mutters like he's telling me off.
まあいいよいい機会だからトウヤもユキのステージライブで見たらいいよ
What's that supposed to mean? It's got a point though. Since we decided to keep work talk to a minimum when we're together, I've once been in the dark regarding a career and rising popularity. He's right. There's probably a great opportunity for me to see her in action. Plus, I can see what she's like on the other side of the TV screen. Fine, I'll be sure to cheer her on with gusto.
そうだよ
I'm sure to give her a good cheer for you too.
うん
He's clearly annoyed. Want me to bring him back a pamphlet?
あ
Oops, now he's mad. I teased him a little too much.
でもやっぱ一
You're ridiculous. He's such a straight-laced guy. I appreciate you giving me a call. I'm glad to hear you're in her corner.
まあね
He mutters under his breath, almost shyly. Thanks, alright, I really gotta get going.
そうだね
With that, he hangs up. Despite acting like he doesn't harbor any special feelings for her, it's clear he cares about her quite a bit. It's about that time. Let's go. Time to see you perform live. I arrive at the venue carrying a bouquet of flowers I picked up along the way to find the place already packed. Groups ranging from school kids to guys closer to my age line up excitedly to get in, the air white with their breath. Everyone is spending their Christmas Eve here, just to support Yuki. They came to watch Yuki sing, dance, perform on stage. The feelings they have for her are, dare I say, extra special. Many view her as theirs and theirs alone. She's their idol and perhaps their very own charismatic superstar. Despite being her actual boyfriend, I wonder if the feelings I have for her can compete with the love they possess. Should I feel proud of this lineup? People who love her extend far beyond the crowd here. Her fan base exists on an even more massive level. She's a hopeless mess who's yet to release even a single album and who is turning 20 tonight. Yet thus many people absolutely adore her. Faced with this reality, how can I possibly see her as my own beloved Yuki? But that's why I came here, right? To see Yuki. It's a simple enough reason. And to me, it's far from trivial. To be perfectly frank, I have no idea what's going to happen between us. I don't like thinking about it, but the worst case scenario does feel like a real possibility to me. So it's impossible for me to burn this scene, so it's important for me to burn this scene to my memory. The night chill, the bright lights, the hum of the crowd, and me standing in the middle of it all. And then there's Yuki glittering from atop the stage. I burn the scene into my memory, into my very soul. That's when the doors to the venue open. Staff member guided me through the dimly lit venue to where I'll be sitting. Yuki managed to get me a ticket for a special seat directly in front of the stage. So I sit there, quietly waiting for Yuki to take her place in the limelight. All I can do for her is wait. So the least I can do is wait patiently. Keep my attention locked on her and only her. The lights dim, the show starts. Yuki's first ever solo performance begins. Oops. Can I like skip this? This is probably not going to be kosher actually. Let me skip this. Just let me skip this. I don't. No. I saw that 3D for a second. That 3D for a second looked off. Like, it looked real off. There it was again. That looks off. Again, looks off. The concert, which only lasted a few hours, came to a spectacular close that even included an encore. The house lights go down before the venue is illuminated once more by a dim yellowish glow. I remain seated for a little while longer, gazing off into the distance. I feel like I've suddenly woken up in the morning from the middle of a pleasant dream, yet I'm completely satisfied. I'm overwhelmed by Eiji's ultra-professional stage direction, plus the elaborate lighting and gorgeous sound quality, but more than that, I'm floored by Yuki herself. It's embarrassing to admit it. Eiji may have been the one to write and produce such mesmerizing tracks. And yet the performer, Yuki Morikawa, is the one I couldn't look away from. The sound of her voice, the way she danced, her playful banter between songs, all of it touched my heart. Despite sounding hesitant and unsure in her intermediary monologues from lack of experience, she still made my heart race every moment I was watching her. Yuki, seeing her up there on stage, microphone in hand. It's not like I didn't know how hard she'd been working. But like I ignored that aspect of her life. I applauded wholeheartedly along with everyone else, yet I couldn't help feeling sad. It's a satisfied sadness. The empty stage curtained down, the auditorium now only sparsely filled as the crowd files out. This loneliness that tastes so sickly sweet, all I can do is sit there in a daze. Despite being a special day, it's somehow no different from any other, aside from the fact I'm here in this reserved seat. Is Yuki really on the other side of the stage? Is she aware of my presence sitting out here in the audience? The crowd filters out one by one. An announcement within the theater reminds us to leave in a calm and orderly manner. And here I sit, unsure what to do. After all, I came here to see Yuki, right? want by a mix of emotion with a hint of wistfulness thrown in. I have no choice but to stand up. After all, once the performance is over, the audience must leave. Suddenly,
あれ藤井君は観客整理なの
familiar voice reaches my ears. It's coming from the direction of the stage. Look over to see a guy I've worked with at the TV station poking his head out from the emergency exit.
そっちまだ早いからさちょっとこっちの方手伝ってくんない
Sounds like there's a bit of a mix-up and he thinks I'm part of the stage crew. Whoops. I'm suddenly hit by a light bulb moment. If Yuki's surrounded by the same crew as usual, then most likely no one would bat an eye if I were to join them. Though I'm sure someone will figure out I don't belong there at some point, especially since Yoei is probably around. Might give me enough time to see Yuki. Oh well, sorry, I'm actually busy with something else. Bow my head apologetically towards the other guy, hurry off. Bowing my head apologetically towards the other guy, I hurry off in the opposite direction. Take off my jacket, throwing it along with my bag and bouquet of flowers onto a sofa in the hallway before making a show of rolling up my sleeves. It ensures that if anyone I know from the TV station sees me, they won't get suspicious. I race towards the green room where I assume Yuki must be without a single glance at the layout of the venue. There's a line of doors down the hallway, each leading to a different room. Yuki must be behind one of them. Suddenly I feel something gigantic hit me from behind, shoving me forward.
おっとごめん。お、大丈夫か
Yeah. The guy who bumped into me reaches out to help me up. It's Eiji. I'm fine, I can stand on my
そう
own.
か。
While we aren't strangers, I wonder to what extent he knows about my relationship with Yuki. This might not end well, depending on the answer.
俺今からゆきちゃんの控え室行くんだけど、藤井君行くかい
Not sure. Blurred out without thinking. As I struggle to match his careful tone of voice, I wonder why I feel so overwhelmingly intimidated today.
藤井君、今日のステージは楽しめた
Yeah, of course. Reply remembering the light, sound, and atmosphere of the show earlier. I managed to shove my former excitement deep down so I don't sound pathetic. No, now that I think about it, the stage crew probably didn't have time to lounge around watching your show. They'd absolutely never say they'd enjoy it or anything like that. I simply laughed at me as I tried to get away, panicked.
まあいいんじゃないそんなうるさいこと言わなくたって
On the edge. On edge, there's not much else I can do aside from follow him. We bump into various other actual crew members along our way, but no one dares to question what I'm doing back here since I'm with Eiji.
お疲れ尾形ですけどゆきちゃんいます
Cheerfully calls through the closed door of the green room as if paying a friendly visit to a neighbor.
Hi!
The voice responds almost immediately from inside.
Hi, Ogata-san! お疲れ様です
She stands up from where she's sitting, having just wiped off all her makeup. That final exclamation of surprise was directed at the man standing next to her age. That is me.
あれトウヤくんどうしてここに
Then she turns towards Eiji.
彼何かしたんですか
何かしたの
This time Eiji is the one to pose the question. Panicked, I frantically shake my head.
何かするやつなの彼
This time he turns the question to on Yuki. She shakes her head firmly.
ならいいじゃない
あら
Hearing the commotion, Yui walks over. Crap.
あら何
いいえ
あそう弥生さんコーヒーちょうだい
He says in an attempt to shoo her out of the way while we head further inside.
トウヤくん本当に来てくれたんだ
I did. I reply, slightly embarrassed. Promised I'd come see you, didn't I?
嬉しい本当に最高のクリスマスだね
And birthday.
そうだね
Suddenly realized I came here empty-handed. My belongings, along with the gift I brought for her, are all back in the hallway. Whoops.
何トウヤくん
Sorry, I brought a present, but,
気にしないでとだってこんな風に私
what the fuck?
だってこんな風にトウヤくん私のところに直接会いに来てくれたんだもの私それだけで他に何もいらないよ
Yuki.
なんてね実を言うと私も何もないんだ時間がなくってごめんねトウヤくん今度は絶対にプレゼント交換しようね二人で
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
いいね けなげな恋愛ってのはね。弥生さんはこんな身を焦がすような大恋愛を経験なさりました？
Like every single time this has happened, it really just feels like AG is essentially just like, I can actually like make a polished fucking gem out of this girl, while fucking Rena is off to the side overreacting. I mean, the constant overreacting is still enough to like put a genuine like knot in my stomach, because like I know it's not gonna happen. But it still caused me to be just real, oh, I don't want to do this in the moment.
ステージ絶対見に来てくれるって思ってたから、だから私すごく頑張ったんだよ。
Joe, you were amazing. I mean it. Seriously, I was seriously impressed.
俺もないよ、そんな経験。羨ましいよね、彼ら。例えば、そこにあるリボンの巻かれた小箱。あれは、ユキちゃんが俺にクリスマスプレゼントなんてことはありえないわけだ。じゃあ、不思議だな。あれは一体誰にあげるはずのプレゼントだったんだろうね。ね、弥生さん。
なんだか、トウヤ君に改めて舞台のこと言われると、ちょっと恥ずかしいな。
Huh? Really? I think I've done my best to not get overly involved in Yuki's work life. That truly was a spectacular performance, Yuki. At least I think so.
ありがとう。
We exchanged awkward, embarrassed smiles.
ああ、なんだろうな、こういう。時に弥生さん、卒業って映画見たことある？あ、そう。うん。いやね、俺、あの映画大好きでさ。笑うことないじゃない。
今日はゆっくりとお話できるね。
Expression clouds over slightly.
外のお客さんがもう少しいなくなるまでね。
Oh yeah, I guess she's right. She's not even close to being done with work for tonight. There's still a lot left to take care of before it's time to go home. Seems pretty likely she'll be too busy to spend time alone with me. And if she has to wait until the entire crowd outside is gone before she can leave.
いつまでもお客さんがいてくれたらいいんだけどな。
What's wrong? Responds to my question, she chuckles nervously before waving it off.
なんでもない。
She says, smiling awkwardly when suddenly.
ああ、ゆきちゃん。それあんまりいい考え方じゃないな。うん。それじゃ俺たちいつまでも帰れないぜ。
AG, sitting at the other side of the table, slowly leans forward.
いえ、すみません、尾形さん。聞いてました？
うん、聞いてた。悪い。
He says in the most annoying voice possible, a shit-eating grin on his face.
すみません。
でもな、そういう消極的な態度ばかりじゃ、良くないな。
はあ。
やれるだけやって、疲れて帰っちゃうってのもありなんじゃないかな。せっかくお迎えの人も来てくれてるんだし。
Suddenly it turns to me. Huh? Yuki and I look at each other confused.
違うの？
Did I accidentally end up in her route? Have my efforts to try to break up with this girl led me down her route? It's still just a Christmas event instead of anything else. Shoots us a meaningful glance. Oh, of course. Answer immediately. Yo-Yo is still in the back of the room, quickly stands up.
何、弥生さん。
いえ、しかしまだ外にはたくさんの観客の人たちがいます。そんな中、
男連れで出てっちゃまずいって。それもそうか。じゃあこうするか。
With that, Eiji picks up a hat from the back of the room, flipping it onto Yuki's head.
これで髪の毛をコートの中に隠し。
Ah, the guy makes her look like a scrawny guy. As long as no one gets a good look at her face, she'll be basically unrecognizable. Around her, very enthusiastic fans waiting outside for her to make an appearance. There's no way she can pull a fast one on them like that, right?
次は
Back,
君だな。
back
藤井
entrance.
君。
Grinning merrily, Eiji places something on top of my head this time. Look in the mirror and see I'm wearing a wig styled on a bob haircut. What do I need a disguise?
ちょっとそこを並んで立ってみな。 手握ってみて。
Follow his instructions. Look in the mirror, I can't help but feel like we, especially I, look like two queer guys. Eiji, we look like a couple of, a gay couple. Yuki's presence makes me tone down my word choice, though it doesn't stop Eiji from grinning mischievously.
まったくだな。ここまで似合うってのもなかなかいいキャラクターだぜ。まあこんな長髪男2人が手をつないでお似合いなんて光景をわざわざ顔を覗き込みたがるやつもいないだろう。
Huh. Oh, I get it! The people will ignore the gay people! They will be ostracized by the crowd and ignored! That's the moral of the story! Oh lord. Yuki, let's go. She looks at me bewildered as I tug gently on her arm. She doesn't understand the plan.
ユキさん
As Yuri takes it forward to try and stop us, Eiji blocks her path.
な、弥生さん早く行かないと人混みの中に紛れ込めなくなっちゃうよな。
Yuri shoots a piercing glare at Eiji and me from behind Eiji's back. But then, with a small silent nod, her face returns to her usual deadpan expression.
ほら、
Eiji pushes her bag into her arms. Yuki's clearly still in the dark about what's about to happen.
ユキちゃんはそんなに賢い方じゃないから、この際あんまり考えないで、この藤井青年に黙って引っ張られてったらいいんじゃないかなって思うけど、どうこれ？
She's still confused. Even with the disguises, though, this won't be easy. We'll have to somehow sneak out of the venue through the throngs of fans still blocking the exits. Come on, Yuki. Make sure your hat's in place. Thank Eiji from the bottom of my heart before we quietly make our escape.
思ったより似てなかったかな。卒業。そんな怖い顔しないで。一度見てみたら、弥生さん。
それでよろしいのです。
何が？
Now, I actually need to look up what the fuck The Graduate is about now. Like, they keep mentioning it, I actually need to look up what the fuck it is about. The Graduate. The Graduate is a 1967 American independent romantic comedy drama film directed by Mike Collins and written by Buck Henry and Calder Willingham. I'm just going to click on that so we actually have noise in the background. My fucking headphones don't just turn themselves off. Never mind. That didn't work. As we step from the emergency exit hallway into the main lobby where everyone's lined up to leave or waiting for Yuki to show, she finally seems to realize what's going on.
どうやくん
What? I whispered giant
なんだ
quietly.
かすごいね私たち
Are we? We make our way through the crowd as calmly and inconspicuously as possible before stepping outside. Once we finally reach the outskirts of the crowd, we start running. Almost feels like we're two fugitives breaking out of jail in the middle of the night. Can we have, like, music, please? Music, not
大成
cars.
功だったね
Music, not cars. We stopped to catch our breath outside of the station where the trains have long since stopped running. We ran the entire way here, and we sound like we're dying. Glance over to Yuki. What's up?
どうやくん綺麗
Display behind her, a blanket of glittering lights illuminates her as she stands there, enchanted by the glow. There we go, we have music now. So, there we go, plot. After earning his bachelor's degree, Benjamin Braddock returns to his parents' home in Pasadena, California. Home. Home twice. During the graduation party hosted by his parents, Benjamin cringes as they and their guests praise him, and he retreats to his bedroom where Miss Robinson, the wife of his father's law partner, insists that he drive her home. Once there, she tries to seduce him. He initially resists her advances, but later changes his mind and soon invites Miss Robinson to the hotel where he registered under the surname Gladstone. Benjamin spends the summer floating in his parents' swimming pool by day and meeting Miss Robinson at the pool at the hotel by night. During one of their trysts, Miss Robinson reveals that she and her husband married after she accidentally became pregnant with their daughter, Elaine. When Benjamin jokingly suggests that he date Elaine, Miss Robinson angrily forbids it. However, Benjamin's parent and Miss Robinson's unaware of their affair are eager for Benjamin to date Elaine and relentlessly pester him to ask her out. And Mr. Robinson unaware of their affair. Benjamin gives in to his parents' wishes and he reluctantly takes Elaine on a date to Miss Robinson's displeasure. Ben attempts to sabotage the date by ignoring Elaine, driving recklessly and taking her to her strip club. She flees the club in tears, but Benjamin, feeling remorseful, goes after her, apologizes and kisses her. They eat at a drive-in restaurant where they bond over their shared uncertainty about their future plans. After they visit the Taft Hotel for a late night drink and the staff greet Benjamin as Mr. Gladstone, Elaine deduces that Benjamin is having an affair. Benjamin admits his affair was with a married woman he does not name. He tells Elaine the affair is over and asks to see her again. To prevent Benjamin from dating Elaine, Miss Robinson threatens to tell Elaine about their affair. To thwart this, Benjamin reveals to Elaine that the married woman is her mother. Elaine is so upset that she throws Benjamin out of the house. Soon she returns to school at Berkeley. Benjamin follows her there, hoping to regain her affections. Elaine initially rejects him and briefly dates medical student Carl Smith, then learns that her mother lied to her when she claims Benjamin raped her, and the pair reconcile. Benjamin pushes for an early marriage, but Elaine is uncertain despite her feelings for him. Later, an angry Mr. Robinson arrives at Berkeley and confronts Benjamin in his boarding house room, where he informs him that he and his wife will be divorcing soon and threatens to have Benjamin jailed if he continues to see Elaine. He then forces Elaine to leave college to marry Carl. Benjamin drives back to Pasadena, breaks into the Robinson home searching for Elaine, and confronts Mrs. Robinson, who calls the police claiming her house is being burglarized. She tells Benjamin that he cannot prevent Elaine's marriage to Carl. Benjamin flees and drives back to Berkeley. There he discovers the wedding is in Santa Barbara that day. He speeds to Santa Barbara, but his car runs out of gas a short distance from the church. Benjamin runs to the church, arriving just as the ceremony is ending. His desperate appearance at a glass church gallery stirs Elaine into defying her mother and fleeing the sanctuary. Benjamin fights off Mr. Robinson and repels the wedding guests by swinging a large cross, which he uses to barricade the church doors, trapping everyone inside. Benjamin, Elaine, and her wedding gown escape aboard a bus and sit among the startled and staring passengers. As the bus drives on, their ecstatic smiles subtly morph into neutral expressions as they begin to ponder their uncertain future. Well, that sounds like a goddamn clusterfuck. Anyway, in the center is a huge Christmas tree set up for the holiday. Though the trains have stopped running for the day, its illumination still shines as bright as ever. Rounded young couples bask in the euphoria of its ephemeral glow. Even on a night like tonight, the two of us are welcomed into this charming, almost sacred scene. I'd never dreamed of experiencing a night as beautiful as this one feels. Us not spending an extravagant night together doesn't matter to me. I'm just happy that we got to share this one beautiful moment in time. The almost purifying light beams from out of the darkness, enveloping us in warmth. Yuki, pull out to her before stepping closer to her side. I enter the circle of lights. Well, now I feel the need to check, hold on, let me check the fucking route guide. Did I accidentally end up in her route trying to break up with her? Wyatt, album, route, guide. Oh, the route order. I would suggest Yuki's route first, as otherwise her route may come off as just a repeat of the others, since many of her events appear in other routes. Other than that, any route order should be fine. But I don't care about that. Anyways, Yuki. Where's Christmas? Oh no, there's apparently a lot left. There's apparently a lot left. At this point, I feel like I should literally just fucking go for the other routes first. Okay, so let me actually read through some of this. So, Sayako, one of the girls, you need to beat either Rina or Yuki first. So, unless there's one that specifically needs Yuki first, we'll be fine. Saki is also available from the start, same for Mana. Haruka is also available from the start. And Yayoi, note you will need to go part way into Yuki's route for this route to start, so do not be concerned about seeing many Yuki events. That said, if straying from this guide, be careful not to see too many Yuki events or conversations not mentioned here. So we can do Yuki last! We can game the system! We can do Rina's route first in order to do Yuki last! Rina's before Yuki's, I mean. No, to do Yuki's last, because it's literally just, start Yuki's route and then just decide, fuck her, we're going for Yayoi for some reason. Seems retarded. Oh well. Called her for stepping closer to her. Oh, sorry about that. It really is gorgeous. She's murmuring distractedly, lost in the sights. Her breath in the air seems impossibly white, almost as bright as the lights shining out against the darkness. Stand silently by Yuki's side as I contemplate the scene before us. And then I gently squeeze Yuki's hand in mine. A small hand as someone both cold and warm at the same time.
そうだ。
She murmurs suddenly under her breath.
そういえば私、秘密の半分を教えるって言ったんだっけ。今日トウヤくんちゃんと来てくれたし。
Mindful of who might be listening, she whispers to me in a hushed voice.
あのね、私、今年の音楽祭にエントリーされたの。
Huh? Wait, real? What? Really? I had no idea. The music festival. It's an annual event showcasing popular musicians and hosted by TV stations, major record labels, music stores, and so on. The most popular idols over the past year are entered into the contest. Competitive selection process where they perform against each other in front of a panel of judges. As first place trophy, an excellence awards, and an honorable mention, but the star who ranks first is awarded a record deal with the sponsoring production company. In other words, the best musician of the year gets to put out a record album, along with a highly prized trophy. Only those up-and-coming idols with the most promising futures are selected to participate. It's rare to see the same artist participate over consecutive years, as it's difficult to maintain the level of success and continual growth necessary. Even then, just being an amateur isn't enough to guarantee a spot in the festival. Only the best and brightest are granted a spot on the stage. And out of those promising youngsters, one special individual will rise to the top, be crowned the best of the best. Whether Yuki has the ability and talent to potentially win such an esteemed prize remains to be seen. But her being included all is evidence to her rising stardom. That's amazing, Yuki. Sling my arms around her as she smiles awkwardly.
でもこれまだ秘密事項だから他の人に言いふらしちゃダメだよ。
Oh, yeah, sorry, but still, great job, Yuki. I'm so excited that I end up ruffling her hair over her head.
でもしばらくレッスンとかでまたトウヤくんと会えなくなっちゃうね。
Oh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, let's be honest, that sucks. Well, it sucks. I haven't really had any time to spend with her lately since she's always busy with work. At least I've been able to sneak in some time with her here and there. It sounds like I won't even have those small moments anymore going forward. Yuki's left all on her own in this world that's built entirely on lies. Look, Yuki, the last thing I want is to leave you all alone. Is what I was about to say before she suddenly smiles at me, cutting me off.
ダメだよね。こんなこと言ってちゃ。トウヤくんだってずっと私と会えなかったのに。
Smiles unwaveringly strong. Did she somehow not quite hear me correctly? Or did she know exactly what I was about to say? By the way, cutting me off was my saving grace. You know, Yuki's life is pretty hard right now. Perhaps as hard as my own, if not more so. I've always had Misaki, Haruka, and Akira as my support system, but who does Yuki have to rely on? As hard as it might get, I won't complain. I'm not the one at liberty to. Sorry. But even when it comes to apologizing, Yuki beats me to it.
ごめんね。こんな弱いこと言ってちゃダメだよね。やっ
And she looks me straight in the eyes. Her determined gaze always has a reassuring, calming effect on me. Though it honestly should be the other way around. Guess I'm the weak link in this relationship, huh?
でもね、
She continues without breaking eye contact.
私もできるだけ仕事とか練習の間に時間見つけてトウヤくんのところ行くようにするね。そのくらいならいいよね。
She gives me a gentle, almost doting smile. Yeah. Her putting on such a brave face only makes me feel weak in comparison. Even though, deep down, I think she wants to lean on me harder.
やった。じゃあ初詣とかも一緒に行こうね。成人式とかにも一緒に出たいね。あとね。
Quietly embrace Yuki is clearly forcing herself to act enthusiastically. You know, come see me whenever you want. She offers me a small smile, seemingly at ease. Oh, both of us cry out at almost the same time. I know sparkling lights falling out all around us from out of the vast starry night sky. You know, I wish I could play the better winter game that is Kiniro Haruka. Like, I literally have like one of the Kiniro Haruka soundtracks stuck in my head right now. God, what you wait? It was one of the insert songs, but like not a character specific one, but just in general. Like the that one. Is it snowing? Yes, it is. You have eyes. First snowfall of the year. Incredibly pure, powdery, soft snow. It's snowing. Yuki smiles softly as her body is enveloped in sparkling snowflakes. Maybe it's just my imagination, but it looks like she's blushing. Gently squeeze her hand in mine.
トウヤくん。帰ろっか。
Good idea. Two of us continue walking along in silence.
トウヤくん。私まだドキドキしてる。
You can't take the hat off just yet. There's still a chance someone might recognize you here. She's already released her hat from her hair from inside the coat, setting it free in the darkness, seemingly fed up with keeping it tucked away. Is she referring to the excitement from carrying out Age's devilish little escapade, or the Christmas lights from earlier? Regardless, it's nice to see Yuki with the same vibrant smile she used to have before. She once again pulls the hat down over her eyes. Because she's always busy with work, Yuki's apartment, where she lives alone, is so spotless that it almost looks vacant. Shouldn't that just mean there's dust fucking everywhere if she's always busy? So she can't fucking clean all the time? She has almost no personal belongings, making it almost depressingly empty. Actually, I don't think I've visited her even once since she moved here. That random thought is enough to make me feel incredibly guilty.
そういえばトウヤくん、この部屋に入るのって初めてだったよね。
As she pulls the door chain, she takes my hand in hers, smiling happily. Her girlish glee reminds me of how she was back when we first met.
この建物の中にもお友達とかいないから誰も来ないんだ、この部屋。結局私一人しかいたことがないんだよね。
Her tone sounds cheerful enough, her expression gradually clouds over as she talks. Yuki.
寂しかったんだから、すごく。
I can see a large teardrop threatening to spill from her lower lid as she speaks quietly. Her small apartment is practically empty aside from the bare minimum. There's a pile of neatly stacked textbooks and a small collection of CDs, cassettes, and videotapes. Otherwise, the room is devoid of any traces of human life, such as favorite books, magazines, or books, houseplants, Even dirty clothes scattered on the floor. Wonder what someone dreaming of becoming a singer, idol, or celebrity would think after seeing a room like this. Or exactly what they think of the supposedly glamorous lifestyle. Or the stage in everyday life. A carefully crafted script and normal conversation. An imaginary world and reality are reversed. It's inhuman. This almost inhuman level of cleanliness in her apartment isn't glamorous or tidy. Instead, it speaks to a normal level of solitude, of cold sterility. This painfully immaculate room devoid of any signs of warmth is where Yuki's been living this whole time. He's been waiting all along here in this room. Okay, now, like, the more I'm thinking about it, maybe Yuki, just doing Yuki first, could also, conversely, also, like, you know, numb the pain for some scenes. But it's going to make them worse for others, so I'm still going to do her last. She's going to be the capstone. Actually, I might actually just say, nah, fuck doing yayoi. You know? I don't know about y'all's, but that's to me that just sounds like fucking encouragement for you to get the game yourself if you want to check her out. I'm a troll. He's been waiting all along here in his room. Yuki, wrap her in a soft embrace. I'm sorry.
だって会えないのトウヤくんのせいじゃないから。
Yuki, I whisper her name, hugging her a little harder. My arms still wrapped around her with kiss, our lips brushing together.
ね、座ってって言ってもしばらく帰ってなかったから床ほこりっぽいね。ベッドにかけてていいよ。私お茶入れてくるね。
Why do you not have to? I call after her as she heads towards the kitchen, stopping her. You're the one who should be sitting. You've had a long day. I'm sure you're tired. She gives a small nod before sitting next to me.
ありがとう、トウヤくん。
You too, for taking it easy. She flashes me a mischievous grin.
この部屋掃除しなきゃね。
I'm always happy to help whenever you need it, you know.
うん。
She's back to looking sad again.
ありがとう。でもしばらくできそうもないね。
Yeah, it's the only thing I can say. But there's so much more that I wish I could tell her. As she exhales drowsily, she snuggles up, hugging me. It's clingier than usual, like she wants something. There's my lips against her neck, just barely moving. Oh, they do the fuck. They're doing the fuck. Before you say anything, this game literally has no R18 patch. Like, this remake was made without the H scenes. Her lips parted enough that it looks like she's about to say something. No words escape her mouth. I begin touching her over her clothes. Reveal her okay, yeah. There's just barely above a whisper, and her answers practically soundless. Can I feel her body just barely stiffen at my question? Two of us have yet to sleep with each other. Despite having been together for a while now, we cared about each other so much that, like we're in a children's fairy tale, we've never sought out a physical relationship. It's not like we couldn't. Even without that connection, we always seem to be together. She makes me feel safe. And that was not a problem with a simple fix, at the very least. That feeling of hopelessness, of loneliness is gone. Pull back from her neck before moving down to her breasts. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Hold on. I burn my face in her thick winter clothes only to inhale her all too familiar scent. It's like something I haven't smelled in a while. The realization fills me with deep sadness. How much time has to pass before a smell turns from everyday to nostalgic. It's not like Yuki's gone anywhere. She's been right here. Suddenly hear her struggling to breathe, snapping me out of my thoughts, and I realize I must have consciously tightened my hold on her. Oops, sorry. I hurriedly loosened my grip on her body. Yeah, they fucked. And in response, she said,
トウヤくん、大丈夫だよね。
Sure of what she means, okay? Well, is all I can say in reply. A soft, sad smile crosses her lips. Then she quietly gets up from the bed.
ごめん、 東也くん、私シャワー浴びるね。
Oh, sure.
ライブ終わってから着替えただけで汗流してないんだ。だから
Smells awkwardly.
ちょっとだけ待ってて。
Then she heads towards the bathroom. Sure. With Yuki already gone, no one's around to hear my reply. I hear the sound of the shower turning on. Yuki's not acting any different from usual, but just giving me a lot to think about, including about myself. I find myself falling in love with her all over again. I want to hug her so badly to make love to her. But maybe that's just a byproduct of the mutual loneliness we both feel. A random thought pops up. Can I say for sure that the emotion I felt when I hugged Yuki earlier and pressed my face against her body was actually love? Considering our desire is born from loneliness. This attempt at physical affection, like a child reaching out to grab whatever's in reach, actually end in satisfaction. Is it even possible to feel eternal contentment? The fuck are you on about? I hear the shower turn off. A few minutes later, Yuki walks back in, beaming happily, and her hair's still wet.
東也くん、
Search for the right words to say as I watch her shyly and slowly walk over to where I'm sitting.
東也くん、
I don't think she's noticed. I get to my feet, trying not to laugh. Welcome back. Guess it's my turn next for the shower. That's when Yuki noticed the awkwardness between us. After getting out of the shower, she changed into the clothes she usually wears at home. The realization of this perfectly ordinary act causes my heart to beat faster. There, she looks down at herself before covering her body with her hands as if she were naked. I know I shouldn't laugh, but it's such an adorable gesture I can't stop myself from smiling. Her reaction is so like her. I hurry towards the bathroom before I burst into laughter. Just as I step past Yuki,
ごめんね。
I hear a quiet apology and I ruffle her wet hair. Still chuckling to myself in the shower, I find my heart beating almost impossibly fast as my thoughts turn to her. Just the act of washing myself makes me feel positively disgusting. Turning off the shower, I dry myself off and go to open the bathroom door. I'm so nervous that I can hear my own heartbeat. Yuki's waiting for me on the other side of this door. I find myself being conscious of her in a way that I never have before. I always see her as my girlfriend, but it is the first time I've seen her as someone to make love to, skin to skin. What the fuck is this sound? Return to the heated bedroom, I approach Yuki lying on the bed, moving quietly so as to not scare her. As the blanket is lightly draped over her lower body, underneath I can tell she's stripped down to her underwear. I sit down on the bed before turning my hand gently over to her over her back. Wait. Pretend to screenshot. The feeling of soft, freshly washed skin-to-skin contact is comforting. Her breathing is regular and rhythmic. Yuki, I softly whisper in her ear.
東也くん。
It's me. I reply warmly. She suddenly reaches out for me, wrapping her arms around my shoulders.
やだよ。ここにいてよ。
What's she talking about? I'm not going anywhere. I have nowhere else I need to be. As I answer, I suddenly become hyper-aware of the rhythm of her respiration. Yuki Morika, But instead of a response, all I hear is that same rhythmic breathing. Inhale, exhale. Quickly I realize she's actually sound asleep. Must have drifted off at some point while waiting for my return. Gently extricate myself from her arms, wondering what I should do. Though just seeing that look of content on her face and angelic in slumber is enough to make me smile. Now that I think about it, I guess Yuki had never performed on a scale as large as yesterday's show before. And then there was our daring escape afterward. She must be utterly exhausted, both physically and mentally. I found myself feeling protective of this girl, who's now passed out from sheer exhaustion. Then I suddenly notice a teardrop falls down her peacefully sleeping face. Then another. Yuki gives 100% every day is crying. She is with a heavy daily schedule, and all she has waiting for her at the end of it is this empty room devoid of warmth. I wonder if she's ever slept a night in this room with such a look of peace on her face before. And has she ever cried like this in her sleep?
東也。
She repeats my name, her voice drowsy. I'm right here. Lie down next to her as if ready to sleep myself as I reply. You can tell she's smiling, if only barely. That small smile of hers is enough to boost my confidence a little bit, at least for tonight. So they didn't smash after all. Boring. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Just want to see you next time. Bye bye.